If your legs feel weaker after 60, do not ignore it. Walk. Legs are not just a fitness problem. They can change how you walk. They can change how confident you feel on stairs. They can change whether you want to go to the grocery store, take a trip, get out of a chair, or walk across a parking lot without thinking about every step. And for many older adults, weak legs are connected to something even more serious. Fear of falling, loss of independence. That does not mean you should panic, but it does mean you should understand what is really happening, because this is where a lot of advice online gets too shallow. Some videos make it sound like weak legs after 60 are caused by one missing vitamin. Or they say, just walk more, as if that solves everything. But the bigger picture is more useful. Stronger legs after 60 are not built by one magic nutrient. They're built by raw materials, signals, recovery, nerve communication, stable blood sugar, lower chronic inflammation, and regular movement that tells the body, we still need these muscles. That is what we are going to talk about today. Why walking can start to feel harder, why stairs can feel more intimidating, why standing up from a chair can become a test, and which foods can support stronger legs when they are part of the right routine, not a miracle routine. Food gives your body the raw materials. Movement gives your body the signal. You need both. Poin gives your body amino acids. Minerals help with muscle contraction and nerve signaling. Healthy fats help with hormones, inflammation, and absorption of certain nutrients and compounds that may help your body handle stress, but food alone does not tell your legs to stay strong. Your muscles respond to demand. When you stand up, climb stairs, walk uphill, carry groceries, or do resistance exercise, your body gets a message. Keep this tissue, repair this tissue, tone it this movement, stay ready. Without that signal, even a good diet can only do part of the job, and the reverse is also true. If you exercise, but you do not eat enough quality protein, or your meals are mostly refined carbohydrates and low-nutrient snacks, your body may not have the building blocks it needs. So the goal is not to chase one superfood. The goal is to stop interfering with repair. Now let's talk about what may be behind weak legs after 60. The first piece is muscle loss. You may hear the word sarcopenia. Sarcopenia means age-related loss of muscle mass and muscle function. But it is important to understand something. Sarcopenia is a description. It tells you what is happening. It does not explain the whole cause. It is like saying, the battery is low. That may be true, but the real question is, why is the battery low? Are you not charging it? Is something draining it? Is the system not using energy well? With weak legs, several things can overlap. You may be losing muscle tissue. You may be losing power. You may be getting less efficient at using glucose for energy. Your nervous system may not be communicating with your muscles as sharply. Your balance system may not be as reliable. And if you move less because walking feels hard, the whole cycle can get worse. That is the second major cause. A sedentary lifestyle. And this one can sneak up on people. You used to walk more. At work, you used to climb stairs every day. You used to garden, clean, travel, shop, or take care of other people. Then life changes. Retirement changes the routine. Pain changes the routine. An injury changes the routine. Bad weather changes the routine. And slowly, the body adapts to less demand. This is not a character flaw. It is biology. The body is always adapting. If you ask less from your legs, your body may keep less strength in reserve that can make walking harder. Then because walking is harder, you walk less. Then because you walk less, the legs get weaker. That loop is common, and for many people breaking the loop requires both better fuel and a stronger signal. The third cause is poor protein quality, or simply too little protein. After 60, the body may become less responsive to smaller amounts of protein. This is sometimes called anabolic resistance. In plain English, the muscle does not respond as easily to the same meal it responded to when you were younger. That does not mean you need extreme amounts of protein, and it does not mean protein powder is required, but it does mean that protein quality, meal timing, appetite, chewing ability, digestion, and total intake matter more than people think. Many older adults eat a breakfast that is mostly toast, cereal, fruit, or coffee. Then lunch is small. Then dinner is the only real protein meal. That pattern may not give the muscles a strong enough rebuilding signal across the day again. Protein alone is not magic, but without enough building blocks, your legs may have a harder time maintaining strength. The fourth cause is blood sugar and insulin problems. This matters even if no one has told you that you have diabetes. When blood sugar is high too often, or insulin is not working well, the body can struggle with energy. Use muscles are one of the biggest places your body stores. and uses glucose. Healthy muscle helps with blood sugar control, but poor blood sugar control can also make muscles feel tired, heavy, and less efficient. For some people, this shows up as fatigue during walking. For others, it shows up as slower recovery, and for people with diabetes or nerve issues, there can also be changes in sensation, foot stability, and balance. This is one reason weak legs should not be dismissed as just getting older. If weakness is sudden, one-sided, rapidly worsening, or connected to numbness, chest pain, shortness of breath, dizziness, or severe pain, that is not a YouTube problem. That is a reason to talk to a clinician promptly. The fifth cause is inflammation. Inflammation is not always bad. You need short-term inflammation to heal, but chronic, low-grade inflammation is different. It can come from poor sleep, excessive visceral fat, certain chronic diseases, smoking, a highly processed diet, inactivity, stress, or untreated health problems. When inflammation stays elevated, recovery can become harder. Joints may ache, more movement may feel less appealing, muscles may not rebuild as well, and the person moves less again. The cycle repeats. The sixth cause is nerve signaling and balance. This part is often left out. Strong legs are not only about muscle. Walking is a coordinated conversation between your brain, nerves, eyes, inner ear, feet, joints, and muscles. Your body is constantly asking questions. Where is the ground? How much pressure is under my foot? How fast am I moving? Is this step stable? Do I need to correct? If that communication gets less precise, the legs can feel weak even when the muscles are not the only issue. That is why balanced training matters. That is why foot strength matters. That is why vision, footwear, medications, dizziness, neuropathy, and home safety can matter. And that is why just eat more protein is not a complete plan. So here is the simple model. Your legs need building blocks. They need a signal. They need energy. They need coordination. They need consistency. One quick thing before we get to the foods. This is our first video in this longevity format, so if this explanation is useful, please hit the like button. It takes 1 second for you, and it means a lot to me because it tells me this topic is worth continuing. Depending on your reaction and how many likes this gets, we will know whether it is worth building the next episodes around strength, balance, food, and healthy aging after 60. YouTube does not always show you the same channel twice. You might never see this channel again. So if you want more practical videos like this, where we do not chase miracle cures, but explain what is actually happening in the body, subscribe now. Now we can talk about food, not because food fixes everything. It does not, but because food can support the systems your legs depend on. Here are 10 foods that can support stronger legs after 60, when they fit your body, your medical situation, and your overall routine. Food number 1 is eggs. Eggs are not just a breakfast food. They are a compact source of high-quality protein. They provide amino acids your body uses for muscle maintenance and repair. They also provide choline, vitamins, and nutrients that play a role in nerve function. That matters because your legs do not only need muscle fibers, they need communication. Your nervous system has to tell those muscles when to fire, how strongly to fire, and how to coordinate movement. The practical American version is simple: 2 eggs with vegetables, eggs with sautéed spinach, a veggie omelet, hard-boiled eggs with a balanced lunch. Or eggs next to Greek yogurt and berries if you want a higher protein breakfast. The warning is that eggs should not be used as an excuse to build a whole meal around processed meats, sugary toast, and fried sides every day. And if your doctor has given you specific cholesterol, kidney, or dietary restrictions, follow that guidance. For many healthy adults, eggs can be a useful protein anchor, but they are not magic. They are one building block. Food number 2 is salmon or sardines. Fatty fish matters because it brings together protein and omega-3 fats. The protein supports muscle repair. The omega-3 fats may help support a healthier inflammatory response. That is important because chronic inflammation can make recovery harder and movement less comfortable. Salmon also provides vitamin D and B vitamins. Sardines provide calcium when you eat the soft bones. That combination can be useful for older adults who are thinking not just about muscle but also bone, joints, and overall resilience. The practical version is grilled salmon with vegetables and a baked sweet potato. Canned sardines on whole, grain toast with lemon and olive oil, salmon salad made with Greek yogurt instead of a lot of mayonnaise. Canned fish is often more affordable and easier than fresh fish. The warning is to watch sodium in canned products. Also, some people need to be careful with fish because of allergies, medication, interactions, or specific medical guidance. And fried fish sandwiches do not give you the same overall pattern as baked salmon or sardines. With vegetables, the food matters. but the meal pattern matters too. Food number 3 is Greek yogurt, or full-fat unsweetened yogurt if you tolerate dairy. Yogurt matters because it can provide protein, calcium, and probiotics. Greek yogurt is usually higher in protein than regular yogurt. That makes it useful for older adults who do not want a heavy meal but still need meaningful protein. And fermented dairy may support gut health for some people. That matters because digestion and appetite often change with age. If you do not digest your food well, it is harder to benefit from it. The practical version is plain Greek yogurt with berries, walnuts, and cinnamon yogurt as a base for a savory dip with herbs. A small bowl after resistance. Exercise, chumbos unsweetened, that is the key. The warning is that many yogurts in the grocery store are basically dessert. They can be loaded with added sugar. That is not helpful if blood sugar control is part of the problem. Also, if you are lactose intolerant, dairy allergic, or on a restricted diet, choose a different protein source. Food number 4 is beef, turkey, chicken, or another quality animal protein. This one can be controversial, so let's be clear. The point is not that everyone must eat beef. The point is that high-quality, complete protein can be very useful after 60. Animal proteins provide all essential amino acids in a form many people use efficient. They also provide nutrients like iron, zinc, B12, and creatine. Those nutrients play roles in energy, oxygen transport, nerve function, and muscle performance. For some older adults, low appetite makes this especially important if the meal is small. It needs to count. The practical version is a palm-sized serving of lean beef, turkey, chicken, or another protein you tolerate, paired with vegetables and a fiber-rich carbohydrate. For example, turkey meatballs with greens, chicken and vegetable soup, lean beef with a salad and roasted vegetables, on a simple plate with protein, greens, and olive oil. The warning is to avoid turning this into a processed meat habit. Hot dogs, bacon, sausage, and deli meats, not the same as a simple protein source. They are often high in sodium and additives. Also, people with kidney disease, gout, heart disease, or a prescribed diet should talk to a clinician about the right protein pattern. Curd is not always better. Better is better. Food number 5 is leafy greens. Leafy greens matter for a different reason. They are not a major protein source. They are support food. Spinach, kale, arugula, romaine, collards, and Swiss chard provide magnesium, potassium, vitamin K, folate, and plant compounds that support overall metabolic health. Magnesium and potassium play roles in muscle contraction and nerve signaling. Folate and other nutrients support normal cell function. Vitamin K plays a role in bone health. And the fiber can support blood sugar control when greens are part of a balanced meal. The practical version is a handful of spinach and eggs, a salad with salmon, collard greens cooked with garlic and olive oil, kale in soup, arugula under grilled chicken. Do not make it complicated. Add greens to meals you already eat. The warning is important. If you take blood thinners like warfarin, do not suddenly change your vitamin K intake without medical guidance. Consistency matters also. Some people with kidney disease have potassium restrictions, so leafy greens are healthy for many people, but they still need to fit the person. Food number 6 is berries. Berries matter because they bring fiber and polyphenols without the same sugar load as many desserts, and fruit juices, blackberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries provide compounds that may help support blood vessel health and a healthier inflammatory response. Why does that matter for legs? Because your legs need circulation, they need recovery, they need blood sugar, stability. Berries are not a muscle-building food by themselves, but they can make a meal more protective and less damaging than a meal built around cookies, pastries, or sweet cereal. The practical version is berries in Greek yogurt, berries with cottage cheese, berries in oatmeal with nuggets, frozen berries warmed in a saucepan with cinnamon instead of a sugary dessert. The warning is portion and context. A giant smoothie with fruit juice, sweetened yogurt, honey, and no protein can become a sugar bomb. Whole berries are usually the better choice, and if you have diabetes, monitor how different portions affect your blood sugar. The food can be helpful. The form matters. Food number 7 is nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds matter because they provide healthy fats, minerals, fiber, and some plant protein. Walnuts, almonds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, flaxseed, and hemp seeds can all play a role. They support satiety. They can help make meals more stable, and they provide minerals like magnesium and zinc that are involved in muscle and nerve function. Pumpkin seeds, for example, are a simple source of magnesium and zinc. Walnuts provide plant-based omega-3 fats. Chia and flax provide fiber. The practical version is a small handful of nuts with fruit, pumpkin seeds on a salad, ground flax in yogurt, chia pudding made without a lot of added sugar, walnuts with berries. The warning is that nuts are calorie-dense. A small handful is different from eating out of the bag while watching television. Also, many packaged nuts are heavily salted, honey-roasted, or coated in sugar coast plain or lightly salted when possible, and of course avoid them if you have an allergy. Food. Number 8 is bone broth, collagen-rich foods, or collagen peptides if appropriate. This one needs nuance. Collagen is not a complete protein, in the same way eggs, fish, meat, or dairy are. It is low in some essential amino acids, so collagen should not replace your main protein, but collagen provides amino acids like glycine and proline. These are used in connective tissue. That matters because walking is not just muscle. It is tendons, ligaments, joints, cartilage, ankles, knees, hips. For some people, collagen-rich foods may support joint and connective tissue nutrition as part of a broader diet. The practical version is bone broth as a base for soup, chicken soup made with bones, slow-cooked meats with connective tissue, pidi stirred into coffee or yogurt, if your clinician says it fits your diet. The warning is that garum is often oversold. It does not rebuild your knees overnight. It does not replace strength training. It does not replace complete protein, and bone broth can be high in sodium, so use it as a support food, not the center of the plan. Food number 9 is legumes, if you tolerate them. Beans, lentils, chickpeas, and split peas can be helpful because they provide fiber, minerals, and plant protein. They are especially useful for blood sugar stability, because the fiber slows digestion. It also matters because muscle and metabolism are connected. Legumes can help people build meals that are more filling and less dependent on refined carbohydrates. The practical version is lentil soup, black beans with eggs, chickpeas on a salad, turkey chili with beans, hummus with vegetables. For many Americans, canned beans are the easiest option. Rinse them to reduce sodium. The warning is tolerance. Some people get gas, bloating, or digestive discomfort from legumes. Stack small coarse lentils if beans feel too heavy. And if you follow a kidney diet, low-FODMAP diet, or other prescribed plan, ask before increasing legumes. Also, legumes are not usually as protein-dense as animal foods serving for serving. They can be useful, but they need to be planned. Food number 10 is avocado and olive oil. These are not muscle-building foods. They are metabolic support foods. Avocado provides monounsaturated fat, potassium, fiber, and a creamy texture that can make healthier meals more satisfying. Olive oil provides monounsaturated fats and polyphenols, especially extra virgin olive oil. Why does that matter? Because if you want stronger legs, you need a diet you can actually live with. You also need meals that do not spike and crash your energy. Healthy fats can make vegetables more satisfying. They can help absorb fat-soluble nutrients, and they can support a Mediterranean-style eating pattern linked with better cardiometabolic health. The practical version is olive oil on salads, avocado with eggs, olive oil on cooked greens, salmon with vegetables and olive oil, a simple plate of protein, greens, beans, and avocado. The warning is that healthy fats still contain calories. Pouring olive oil over everything without paying attention can add up quickly. An avocado may not fit people with certain potassium restrictions. Again, the point is not more of everything. The point is the right pattern. Before we go further, let's connect this back to walking. If walking feels harder, after 60, food can support the body. But walking itself may not be enough to rebuild strength. Walking is excellent. It supports circulation. It supports endurance. It supports blood, sugar, control. It supports mood. But walking is not the same as resistance training. If the problem is getting up from a chair, your body needs prise. If the problem is stairs, your body needs controlled strength through one leg at a time. If the problem is balance, your body needs practice. Stabilizing. If the problem is fear of falling, your body needs confidence built through safe, progressive movement. That may mean chair stands, heel raises, depth, eyed steps, Bila's practice near a counter, gentle resistance. Bends. Supervised physical therapy. If weakness, pain, dizziness, neuropathy, or fall risk is significant. This is where people get confused. They think the choice is food or exercise. It is not. Food gives raw materials, exercise gives the signal, NATE gives recovery, blood sugar, control protects energy, Beyond's work protects coordination, consistency ties it together. So what would a practical day look like? Not perfect, just practical. Breakfast might be eggs with spinach and avocado, Greek yogurt with berries, walnuts, and cinnamon. Lunch might be salmon salad with olive oil dressing, lentil soup with a side of protein. Dinner might be chicken, leafy greens, beans, and roasted vegetables. And somewhere in the day, there's movement that tells the legs they are still need. 5 careful chair stands. A short walk after a meal, heel raises at the kitchen counters. A physical therapy plan. The point is to stop waiting for one food to do the job of an entire lifestyle, but it is also to stop blaming age for everything changes the body. That is true, but the body still adapts. It may adapt more slowly. It may need more recovery. It may need a stronger protein signal. It may need safer exercise. Progressions, it may need medical support. But it still responds to what you repeatedly ask it to do, and this is important. Whack legs are not always just deconditioning. Sometimes they are a warning sign. Talk to a clinician. If weakness is sudden, if it is one-sided, if you have numbness or tingling, if you have new foot drop, if you are falling, if you feel dizzy, if you have chest pain, severe shortness of breath, swelling, or unexplained pain, if you have diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease, medication restrictions, or a prescribed diet, do not copy a high-protein plan from the internet without guidance. And if your appetite has dropped, your weight is falling without trying, or you feel unusually fatigued, get evaluated. Nutrition and movement are powerful, but they are not a substitute for medical care when symptoms are serious. So let's recap. Weak legs after 60 are not just about age. They can involve muscle loss, low activity, poor protein intake, blood sugar problems. Foot can support stronger legs by giving your body raw materials. Eggs can support muscle repair and nerve function. Salmon and sardines bring protein and omega-3 fats. Greek yogurt can provide protein and calcium in an easy meal quality. Animal protein can provide amino acids. B12, iron, zinc, and creatine, leafy greens, support minerals, blood sugar, and bone-related nutrients. Berries bring fiber and polyphenols. Nuts and seeds bring healthy fats, minerals, and fiber. Collagen-rich foods may support connective tissue, but they do not replace complete protein. Legumes can support blood sugar and fiber intake if you tolerate them. Avocado and olive oil can help build a more stable, satisfying meal pattern. But the big idea is this: food gives the materials, movement gives the signal. Recovery lets the body respond, and balanced training helps turn strength into confidence. If this explanation was useful, subscribe. We are not doing miracle fixes here. We are not pretending one food solves weak legs. We are looking at the actual systems that affect strength, balance, blood sugar, recovery, and independence after 60. And if you want the next episode before the algorithm hides this channel again, hit subscribe now. And if you are watching from the US, here is the question. What was the first thing you noticed getting harder? Stairs, walking, or standing up from a chair? Start with one meal improvement. Tant with one safe movement. Habit. Tank small enough that you can repeat it, because the goal is not to become perfect. The goal is to keep your legs useful, reliable, and ready for the life you still want to live.